Hello, my name's Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of EU5 as Sweden. In previous episode, we just had updated to the 1.08 patch, and we're still annexing Estonia. We're actually getting it a little bit faster in there slowly. We also did start building up or increasing the fleet over here. We actually, between the episode, I renamed that fleet to the Finnish fleet. So we'll hopefully be able to deal with the pirates in here and start getting a bit more control through the Gulf of Finland to then improve the proximity down here to Viborg. Now, one of the problems, of course, that we are going to be facing with our economy right now is since in the 1.07 we still had the basically max prosperity everywhere. Now it's going to start decaying towards 0%. So that will have a bit of an impact on the income. But it's alright, I suppose. Right, let's actually go and get a bit of a quick little education going on to yet another one of the... okay, great knees this time. And then another one... Oh, that's a balanced education, okay. How many do... Oh, we've got so many kids again. Ambitious, okay, Diplo and Admin. Diplo seems to be slightly better. And then you... Actually... I'm going to put Admin on you regardless of your trade, quite frankly. Because, honestly, you got a decent Admin there already. Ooh, and... The Zhatelier X. Hold on a minute. Oh, we've got the university research now. Excellent. Ah, Catholic Church. What does this do? Oh, now that we've got a bishop, we actually get to vote on these things, I guess. State satisfaction with equilibrium, I mean, that's not too bad. Christiana Pietis. Tolerance of heathen beliefs. Not that we have a whole lot of heathens. Clergy satisfaction with equilibrium plus 10%. I think we could probably vote for this one. Let's actually have a... Oh, right, so there's 9 Korea and 15 cardinals. Oh, so yeah, we can't actually part in... Okay. That's good. Right, we've got the extra iron up here, and I think we might actually... Well, you know what? Since we got the university unlocked now, how much would it cost for us? It's a bloody expensive, I know that. Oh, it's actually only 300. It might take a little while, but that would give us a whole lot of max literary. Also, institution growth. I think we will want to have a university in Stockholm, actually. So we'll just start saving up money for that. We'll get it eventually. Oh, there's the Tools Guild. Excellent. And there's going to be a wharf in Karlskrona. And the weapons in Uppsala. That's about it. Actually, let's go and move that control again. Keep forgetting to move it. You know what, let's go to Zhatelier now. Because we can get maybe a bit more money out of the copper mines over here then. We still have quite a lack of laborers though. Among other things. So it's going to take a while. Ooh, Riksdag. Now, I do believe I was going to change some laws in this one. I don't remember anymore what laws I was going to change. Increase ties to neighbours. I mean... Kingdom of Norway would like us a bit more. I mean, that wouldn't be too bad. It's not necessarily the most... oh, actually, promote castle works. That would reduce the upkeep. And of course, also the expand for exploitation. That would be 3 lumber forestries. Religious art. We've got 3 artists already, so we don't actually need to do that. Market regular. I think we're going to go with the castle works, actually, just to get a good start. I'll start over there, and then let's have a look at the laws. I think that... I don't remember what law it was that I wanted to change, though. It's not the religious laws. Maritime, we got the mandatory impressment, that's more sailors, which is not too bad necessarily. Anti-parasite, is there... Ooh, letters remark. We don't have that advanced yet though, so we can't actually switch that one. Central Council, we do want to hold on to that. Aristocratic Court. What's the options in here, actually? Balance Court would be just more legislative efficiency. Move us less towards aristocracy. Expected cost of court would go down. That could be somewhat useful. Let's look at the other options. So peasant levies, I think that's probably fine for the time being. Although that does push us more towards quantity. With the maritime law, that is what we... Oh, actually, monthly progress towards naval would be handy. So going for the navy audits, that would also reduce the navy maintenance, so that would save us a bit of money. We'd have a bit less sailors, we'd be actually moving away from serfdom, which is kind of what we want. So I think that is the law that we're going to try to change. Or we will change. So... Navy audits. Then let's have a look at if we can actually pass this thing. Individuals' values. Ah, right. But we do kind of want to keep the communalism for a little while. Serfdom movement. That would cost a bit of prestige. We could probably take that, though. That is 16% support. New monastery, that's only 17 ducats actually. That's an all smooth. Okay, I mean, that could be done. Autonomy movement. Move towards decentralization. That is a whole lot of move towards decentralization, though. So I think we'll get the monastery. Start with that. Change policy. Balance court to royal court customs. What do we currently have? Oh, actually. No, that would be minus 12 stability. Stability would absolutely hate that, but I'm going to change that policy anyway. I kind of wanted us to move away from that anyway, so I think that's 2 birds with 1 stone, or 2 stones with 1 bird, I guess. Alternatively. Right, we can probably go a little bit towards the settlement movement. So that's another 11%, so that's 34%. And after that, it's not really that much, so we'll wait for some events to happen and see if we can't maybe get even further. Right, we're a little bit low on money. I suppose we did spend on the monastery, didn't we? So that might be a little... Oh, military support in Castle. Well, we'll take the 5% support. So now we are 11% or so short. Individual values could be doable. I'll support inward. I don't necessarily want to take any more of these though, because the nobility is already quite upset. So I'm going to try to keep them at least somewhat on the happy side. Of course, these new laws that we're trying to pass, that's going to take a little while to be completed, but that it's not too bad, I guess. Again, reducing the navy maintenance is going to be very handy for us. Although the navy maintenance, well, actually, it is already 7.5 ducats. So yeah, that could be useful. Actually, why is it costing us the money? Is there something in particular that is, let's see, Royal Fleet, that is just... Okay, I guess it's easier. We just take the Royal Fleet over here and have a look at the Mediterranean Galley. What does it actually take in maintenance? I guess it's salt, a liquor, weaponry, and naval supplies. I think naval supplies and, of course, the distillery. We did already have the option to build one over here, and it was looking to be decent profitability. We'll get one over there, and then Westeros, maybe we can get one over here. So that would be probably the naval supplies at this point. Naval supplies isn't actually that worthwhile. Okay, so we'll save up the rest of the money to build a university in Stockholm. Oh, and we can claim the throne in Brunswick. Brunswick, well, they're not that strong. What are they allied to, though? I guess is the question. Oh, they're already fighting a war against Thuringia. Now it's Saxony, Cologne, and Rhine. Ah. Right, I mean, Cologne's right there. I don't think we're going to claim their throne right now. We already got Norway to deal with. And several vassals. Aha. Right, estate satisfaction equilibrium plus 5%. That should be pretty decent. The loyalty of our vassals, of course, is still not the best. We're starting to get a little bit more naval presence in here. Oh, actually, let's go and get another ship. I know that I said that I should be saving up the money, but getting the ships in here will actually help drastically in reducing the pirates over here eventually. It seems to be still taking some time, but I think we can still... In a few more ships, we can start reducing that number. And then also, that's going to start giving us the maritime presence over here, which does mean that we can get to Viborg with a lot easier time. And also get more control along the coastline here. In general, town demand seat... Oh, actually, Uppsala, yeah, you can get an urban parliament seat. Sure, so that means that we might actually get this done. Well, well, well. Oh, and that is a cousin that is of age. Right, this is part of the nobility though, so not directly helping us, but you know what, we'll just keep marrying off, so we've got plenty of characters to utilise. And then it's our turn a day. Right, so what does that do? Institution grow. Oh, actually, yes please. Still got plenty of pops available in... Oh, there we go, this promote castle works. So we didn't actually start building castles during that. We would have been able to do it a little bit cheaper. I think we do want to have a castle in Assen at some point. But no, we want to get the university going, and now we're getting actually pretty decent income. Oh, hold on, did we... No, we did have the fort ministers down. Okay, good. Got a little bit scared there for a moment. I had been spending a whole lot of money on it or something. But no, we should be fine. Of course, with the people being a bit happier, we are actually able to tax them a bit higher, so I suppose that also makes quite a bit of a difference. There's okay, third cousin, you're going to be on your own. I'm not going to worry about all the distant cousins at this point. There's just so many characters, they don't really serve a huge purpose. Like, it's something that you use for, you know, leaders and armies and using as the council members. Oh, there we go, the fleet is actually heading south. Finally. Right, the fruit from Novgorod to Stockholm is no longer profitable. Okay, so that leaves us with actually quite a bit in here. Is there still a lot of silver? I mean, we've got a fairly good amount of silver. Price is still, well, the price difference is still quite massive though. So we'll keep on importing more, and then we'll maybe import a little bit more salt from Krakow. I'm about to get the... Oh, Rise of the Nobility. Now, in the Rise of the Nobility, I've actually done a bit of runs where I've taken the curtail them, but that actually might not... Ooh. Use military to increase development in Stockholm. Sure, we've got plenty of manpower. Actually, how's the max? It's 5,800 right now. It's not actually quite as high as I thought it might be, but that's still alright. So now that we're getting development, it's already 33.4. That might actually increase the max level of some of the build. Well, no. It has increased at some point, but not currently. But that should also increase the amount of buildings that we can... Yeah, we can have a 70 now. Got, I guess, 63 or something like that. Oh, we could get irrigation. You know what? Sure, let's get one of those. It will help a little bit with the pop cap, which will then mean that the population growth will be slightly higher. And also, food production will be slightly improved, although right now it's quite insignificant, mind you. Although I suppose it's also a mild winter right now, there. There we go, so that's the Rise of Nobility. Let's have a look at that law then. I think what we're going to do over here... So there's the curtail nobility, which would prevent them from being in the cabinet. Now, to be fair, we only got family members as cabinet members right now. So it wouldn't be too bad. That would allow us to tax them a bit more. It would reduce their power even further. And move towards centralization. So that does have a bit of positive things in there. Could alternatively go for the Rule Noble Authority, which is one of the kind of favorites for me. Where nobles will get more powerful, but they'll still be happy. But there's a lot less fort maintenance. And then there's the Strength and Rise of Nobility. So I think the choice is between these two. And actually, one of the things that we could have a look at first is... where's the... people and characters. So if we just filter to crown characters, how many do we have? We got quite a long list actually in here. Nobility, of course, we've got quite a few clerics. We could probably curtail them actually, because we got plenty of characters. So that will move us further towards centralization as well. But anyway, they can still be generals and admirals and explorers and things like that. So they will still have users. Just slightly less, perhaps. Right, so are we actually getting a... Oh, right. That is another... oh, great nephew. Okay. Well, this one's something that we... could maybe marry? Between various nobles there. Oh, and there we go. We got another core. So there's actually... There's only one location in here, if I remember. Yeah, there's only one location there, and I guess there's like one or two up here. Yeah, there's two up here. So there's only 3 locations that we still need to colonize, and then we've gotten all of that, which of course will start reducing our maintenance a little bit, or upkeep over here for the colonies. Although that cost is fairly small, actually. So it's not really that big of an issue. Now, how's the proximity looking like to the north now, along the coastline? Okay, it's not bad up to here. And then up here, we still got a little bit. Just not... Well, actually, 22% is not that bad. Ulobrog's got 9%. Oh. Do we have the pops there? No, we don't have the pops there for a town. What we could do, though, is we could build a... Oh, no, we can't build that. Can't build a settlement there. Could build a market village, or irrigation, I suppose, also could help a little bit. Increase the food production. I think the market village, while it wouldn't initially give us a whole lot right now, that could be useful. Alternatively, is there... Well, I suppose there's the monastery. Or with the labourers, we could start getting... Oh, actually, we could get a sawmill there. Local lumber output plus 10%. I mean, that's not bad. There's also, of course, a charcoal kiln and things like that. How many peasants do we have available? 250. Okay, we could probably get the sawmill there. But not now. We're going to save up for the university. I keep seeing more and more things to spend money on, but I really shouldn't. Have we managed to... Okay, we managed to get a little bit more presence down here in the south. So it's now going to be patrolling back and forth because some of these areas, like just outside of New Chirping, it's got quite a bit of decay. Now, I suppose one of the things that we could do in here, if we were to get a... Well, no spending money. But we could get fortifications in these two to provide a lot more maritime presence in here. There we go, there's the Distillers Guild. Oh, is Lunenburg... Oh, right, Lunenburg is actually fighting. Who are they fighting? Holland. Parliament approved claim on province. I'm surprised that they haven't called us in. I guess they feel like they might not have to, or then Holland's going to be taking stuff. I suppose... Oh, wait, no. Hold on, was Lunenburg the one attacking? Yeah, they're the attacker. They've got Magdeburg in there now. Just trying to take some stuff from Holland, I guess. Oh, Holland's got... Oh, they've taken the interior there. Or still have interior over there. Okay, let's stop exporting the guns or the muskets, because that just doesn't seem to be working out for us. We need more of them at home. Let's import a bit more salt. Let's go ahead and maybe we'll try to get some more fruits from somewhere. Actually, Nuremberg would probably be fine. There's a lot of, or some institutions probably that we can get from there. Speaking of which, how is the institution in Stockholm? We almost have meritocracy. So that's not too bad. That's going to unlock some more other things to research. And meritocracy stuff is actually pretty decent. Because we do actually need a bit more maritime presence in various locations in here. Because we now got the navy sitting there. While the other fleet over here is still slowly improving. I suppose the access to Finland is starting to be pretty good. The control in Obu is actually 76. Even in the inland it's 42 proximity. So yeah, proximity is actually looking pretty good in here. We're just a couple more months away from being able to build a university in Stockholm. We need 288 ducats. And a little bit. So let's say 290 ducats. Then we can build it. How's the integration looking like in here? Is this one... No, it's still not done. It's close to 90% at least. But that's still going to be taking a while. Now, the estimation over here tends to usually be incorrect. I'm not going to follow that one. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's one more up here. And the last... Utsjoki is already underway in Finland. So that is already 36%. So then we'll have the colonies done there. And after that, it might be time for us to... Oh, is Norway fighting against Denmark? They seem to be. Norway, Greenland, Orkney, and Iceland versus Denmark, Volgas, Cologne, and Sunderland. I could intervene in there. Oh, right. No. I can't intervene on their side. Right. I could potentially, or I might get called into the war. All we know, but I think Norwegians got it. Or if they lose the territory over here, that's fine by me. That would weaken Norway, which would make us, or make it a little bit easier for us to annex them later on. Renewed focus on traditional practices. I'm going to push for modernization. We'll get a bit more research progress. Colonists in some rural locations will be displeased, but that's alright. We'll get more trade advantage in Stockholm, and we are moving a bit more towards capital economy. But that research progress is mainly why I'm doing that. So we can complete the, yeah, there we go. Bureaucracy. So bureaucratic law is unlocked. But before we choose that law, let's go and queue up that university. That is going to be a huge boon for us. And then I guess, I don't think we have the money. We're going to go with the centralized bureaucracy. Oh, road building time minus 20%. That is actually huge. Or useful, at least. Not necessarily huge, but it is useful. So I suppose one of those things is we might want to start building up the roads. I suppose Zhatelier, at least, we could get a road in there quite easily. There's a decent population in there. Not that we're necessarily getting a whole lot of tax from it, but there's a lot of pops there. And getting the control up there wouldn't be too bad. Unused trade capacity, right, for... Oh, my goodness. We must have gotten another expedition or something. Or maybe not. I don't know. Right, let's do some more imports from location. I guess we could get a little bit more fruits, for example, from Nuremberg, and then... I guess we'll import a little bit of legumes from Lübeck. Just, you know, large quantity, not necessarily huge profit. And then maybe... Prague does have a bit of shortage of gold already. Ooh, we could try to get some more jewelry from Prague. And then we've got 1.4 capacity remaining. I'm going to start importing a bit of amber from Lund. And then maybe we'll go ahead and export a little bit more iron into Lübeck market. If it pays the... or gives us good money, then I think that's fine. Right, now that we've got the... Oh, how much do we actually... Oh, we need 100 ducats for this. Okay, so we need another 2 months. Also, before we can actually change the law. Or choose the law there. But after that, it's probably time to increase the fleet size up here again. So that... Oh, actually, there is a bit more progress being done on the harassing... on the pirates now, finally. But we need to increase our fleet there for sure. New confession of faith. Ah, right. Cathars and Valdenses. No. We'll damn everyone. Oh, actually. We can invite a foreign cleric. I don't know if we want to do that. Don't suppose... No, we need a bit more influence. Actually, quite a bit more influence to make any more saints. That's alright, though. Resolution proposed. Apostolic servitude. You know what? Sure. We'll go for that, so the clergy's going to be a bit happier, which should, of course, then mean a bit more research. Not necessarily a huge amount more research, but a little bit more. Oh, right, now we're going to get the... Oh, we need 104 ducats. Okay, we're 1 ducat short. Well, next month we're going to get the centralized bureaucracy underway then. There we go. Oh, the price has gone up again. Okay, well, let's get that one underway. First, the control's probably improving a little bit. Actually, Dynastic is probably maxed out now. Yes, so let's go ahead and move that out to Westmoreland. Improve the stuff over there. Maybe next thing that we save up money for is a bit more roads. Because, honestly, at this point, building up roads from the various port towns that we already have could be very handy. Just in general, just getting Zhatelier over here, for example, a bit of road would help us. That's 135 ducats though, so that's going to take a little while. Ooh. Next tech is the maritime presence. Now that one is going to be useful indeed. That's a great nephew. Okay, sure. Let's get another marriage going. Probably a lady that isn't in her 40s already. Necessarily. Let's actually, first before we start building any roads, let's go and get another barrack over here in the Gulf of Finland. So that should allow us to get the maritime presence a bit further. It's only still 15.6, but that's mostly because the pirates are still very much in here. And we just need to get a few more ships, I reckon, and then we can start reducing the numbers there, and eventually it will then be reduced down to 0. And thus our maritime presence will start increasing quite drastically. It's currently minus 0.15 in there. Okay, pirates in East Baltic over here is not as much, actually. Interesting enough. Oh, well, there we go. Camelot Mark is now colonized. We'll improve relation with Cologne. Oh, did we still have... Alright, Novgorod is the only one that might join in a coalition against us. Right now, though, I don't plan on expanding too much down that way, so we could go ahead and just improve relations there. Just to maybe reduce the antagonism slightly down that way. But the next one I think that we're going to do fight against is probably Livonian Order. Are they still allied to Teutons? Oh, they rival Estonia, huh? Well, actually, no. They have no allies. Got a lot of truces, but no allies. What sort of... Actually, let's have a look. What sort of casus bellis can we create against them? Nothing too good right now. We'd have to use the parliament to get a proper CB, or we can just declare no CB war, I guess, but that's quite hefty on the stability, so I'd rather not. Oh, there we go. There's the core done. Excellent. And then there's still one more area over here, which is it's not too far off, actually. Right, 146 ducats. What are we going to do with that? Right, it was the road that we wanted to build. Let's get that road built to Stockholm. And we got another kit that needs education. We'll wait for next month, though, to see what trade we'll have there. Oh. You know what? We'll give some more power to the nobility right now. Keep them happy. Maritime presence plus 10%. Excellent. And you are slow. Well, okay. This will get the military. You'll still be fine there. Has the integration? No, it still hasn't really gone very far over here yet. How's the... okay, yeah, there's no control there. Proximity is pretty bad still down there. I suppose, so yeah, it's just going through here is taking quite a bit of time. I do actually wonder, the road from Karlsruhe to Runneby, that's only 84 or 85 ducats. That would allow us to get a lot more proximity down here. That is a wheat producing province as well, so that's not too bad. Of course, we do have a bit of capacity over here. Let's actually go ahead and get ourselves a... Actually, this is a marketplace. That's in Lund, isn't it? Yes, it's part of the Lund market. Do I have the Lund automated? I do. Okay, well, that's probably fine. I think it might be soon also time to start increasing our army size a little bit. It's we've got plenty of manpower, but the army itself isn't not a whole lot yet. We do have... Oh, right. This is actually part of the family. Oh, we could get a royal marriage. Who is this? Great niece. Okay. No, there's actually no one that would accept that. Well, we can still marry a nobleman. Ooh. Well, that's pretty good skills there. So let's go ahead and get us some more troops down here for the army. We'll still need to probably wait for another month before we can hire anything. I think it's just going to be some more men-at-arms. It's a fairly decent sort of basic unit. Where can we hire? The closest one would be, I guess, up... Oh, actually, what we really should be doing is additional trainings. It takes more time, but we start with high XP. Oh, and these... Right. Tooltips aren't really helpful. I guess we'll go ahead and do it in... Actually, we have... Yeah, Woodlands. We'll do it there. We'll then get in there. So that's going to get us to 1650. There's still the pirates up here. I mean, we are... Oh, there we go. That's the other colony done. So no more colonies going on, which means that we are saving up a little bit money per month. Not necessarily a whole lot. Oh. Marriage union formed with Sweden, Norway, and Brunswick. Okay. Oh, right. So we got the Swedish union, and then we got the marriage union over here. Okay. Because we just had our... Queen to... Oh, right, actually, hold on a minute. Right, so Ansung has died, and then Catherine over here. His daughter has taken over. Alright then. She's got not great skills. I mean, the administrative skill is actually not that bad, though. Got a whole lot of RGOs, especially in the rural areas that are not up to scratch yet. Oh, that's another... Can we actually get a royal marriage? Is this one... That's a first cousin. No. She's got really good skills, though. Actually, let's marry a noble. That is pretty good skill. Actually, these are pretty good skills as well. So we've got the extra troops being trained now. There we go, that's already done. And then, oh yeah, that's the university. That is now all of those cores done. I wonder actually, if we were to start incorporating Norway now, or annexing them, how long would it... Okay, 1723, so they have got on, comparatively speaking, maybe a bit stronger somewhere. Or maybe our skills or something like that have dropped down, so it would take a longer time. Also, Nevar is a town now. And so Kino is as well. Okay. So they've got the docks being built. I mean, that is a really good location for a dock, to be fair. Laws not codified. Education of the elites. Education of the court. That would move us towards aristocracy. Education of the people. So that would increase the literary rate for everyone. Nobles and clergy would be slightly less happy with that, though. Mixed institutions. A max literary nobles and burghers and more artists. Okay. Open institution. Closure would be upset. Institution growth would be improved and more innovative. Or we go for the theological institution. Increases spiritualists. Closure would be happy and literature closure would be up. I think we might just go with the education of the people, really. Although we don't have the money for that yet. It's well, actually, we should be getting that in about a month, actually. Also, what's the... Alright, is this the... Oh, it's the early Karak, right. That's finally allowing us to build some heavy ships then. Right, do we now have the money to actually do this law? Yeah, so let's start with the education of people. As we're moving a bit more towards innovative and humanist. Which does mean that the, as we're moving away from spiritualist, hopefully. Well, probably not a whole lot though, but as we're moving a little bit more, it's going to mean that the culture conversion over here is faster. And actually, I think we've done enough over here right now. We can leave that as is. So let's go ahead and move the, assimilating Vibor's gland. And culture finish. We'll start converting in Satakunta, I think. We don't actually have any towns there yet, but we can probably get some more. Especially now that we've got actually some control in here. That should, at least the coastline should be converting fairly easily. Now I do also wonder of the cultures we have. So, Sebastians make 2.6% right now. Well, that's a decent bit. Oh right, it was the Karelians that we were converting anyway. Now we still use a lot of cultural capacity. We're kind of maxed out on that. With the Finns and everyone else with toleration. I think it's going to be alright. The route's nearly done. Let's actually... There we go. That's now complete. That should improve the proximity quite a bit. And thus the max control next month will start improving. That is no doubt going to be handy. Oh, and that is another... Okay, that's a first cousin. You know, but that's fine. So what's the max control now? 81%. Well, there we go. We could also try to get... Well, yeah, market village over there probably wouldn't hurt. Fishing village would give us a bit more harbour capacity. And maritime presence, but the maritime presence, it wouldn't be going up that much. It is nearly 90% at least up here, though. And I suppose this one's only set to be patrolling around here for now. So it's just going to be sitting in the area for a good while. And then I think once we get to like 100%, we might move that out to in the northern Baltic over here. I'll go for Bothnia and all that. So we can actually, are we... Oh yeah, the towns themselves are just providing a little bit. Oh right, but that of course gets reduced during winter because the water freezes. That makes sense. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also get the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.